Hello there. Today we're going to be playing Going Medieval. It's a really great medieval um, settlement building game slash survival game. I've played it a lot recently, but now they've come out with some really good new features, including water. So we're just going to play in normal mode. I have a ton of different customized modes, um, but we'll just start normal today. As you can see, lots of different customized modes. But we'll just start with the new life conditions for now. It gives us 12 packaged meals, 400 wood, which is a lot, 200 hay, 35 cabbage, some ale, which is good because your settlers do like drinking a lot, so it's good to have some alcohol to start out with. I've got some spears, short sword, bow, long bow, a buckler, gambeson. Okay, and we're going to start with some goats too, which is good. It's going to give us some milk and I believe some wool as well. I might be wrong. It might just be sheep that give wool. And then we'll have 3 settlers, which is not a lot. We're really going to have to stretch them thin construction-wise. But once we start getting things built, we will get some more people. All right, sheerness. Let's lapping sandbach. And let's get a different shield. Ooh, yes, definitely want the cat. Cat in the Moon's classic. So we could do valley, marsh, mountain, or hillside. If we do marsh, we'll have a watery landscape, a ravine landscape, rich in plant life and teeming with fish, land animals, and mineable resources are scarce. And the good thing is mild winters. If we do mountain, of plentiful limestone, gold, iron, silver, lesser amounts of fertile soil, clay, and vegetation. Hillsides, uneven terrain, suitable for a good defensive position. Fair amount of limestone and clay, moderate amount of fertile soil and vegetation. Valley, oh, this one didn't say anything about weather. Valley, plentiful vegetation, fertile soil and clay, moderate amount of limestone, lesser amounts of iron and salt. I kind of want to do hillside for that good defensive position, but marsh is also newer to me. Maybe we'll go medium map size. Maybe we'll just do marsh. If we really want to, we can create our own defensive position. Yeah, so let's go marsh, medium map size. Okay, and here you can see your different settler stats. Well, they're all women. Oh, I just re-rolled. Oh well. Yorkist Knight. She's stout, dainty, hot-blooded, punch-drunk, and vulnerable. Man, those are some harsh. Are these like the most perks I've seen come up on a random settler choosing? So normally what I like to do is to go into advanced customization, but to make things more fun, we'll just kind of keep it random. But you can go into advanced and change their skills up pretty significantly. It is nice when their skills they're good at match up with what they actually are passionate about. That increases their happiness. So maybe I will only change that. I guess she's pretty good at speechcraft. I'll give her points for that. Culinary. It also makes it easier to tell what they're good at in the jobs menu. It just makes glancing and choosing tasks a lot easier. See, this guy loves carpentry, but he has 0 carpentry skill. Ooh. I might just fudge the carpentry skill since we're going to be doing a lot of building. No, he has a good construction. Okay. We'll actually leave. Yeah, we'll leave. Because his is 17. That's not bad. Melee. He wanted to like melee, but he had 0 melee skill. Decent speechcraft, mining. Ooh, medicine. That's going to be helpful. Ooh, animal handling. Wow. 23 is pretty good. Botany. So kind of like culinary, melee, mining, speechcraft, tailoring. Ooh. I am going to make sure we have. Oh, yeah, I don't want a cannibal. I don't want any super off-putting, like vulnerable. I don't want anything super bad. She can be a punch drunk and hot-blooded if she wants, and stout, but I don't want anybody immediately injuring themselves. Okay. We will start. Normal play, new life, marshland. I'll turn on show tutorial tips since this will be the first playthrough. Generating map. Oh no. Here we go. The plague had ravaged the British Isles, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Untold millions went to an early grave, and those left standing were plunged into poverty, brutally scarred by the horrors that they had witnessed. Nothing would ever be the same again. As the earth quickened in spring in the year 1353, Ennata, Adgar, and Wiluia set off into the wilderness to claim a piece of the land as their own, as was their right, in the eyes of God and under the law. Here, they may lay down the foundations for some kind of future. Perhaps hope will follow. Good land is there for the taking. In all 4 corners of this once mighty land, citizens are rebuilding in the hope that the horrors of the past few years can be left behind. It's possible that there will be fighting, drought, sickness, hunger, but what of it? Life goes on, says Adgar, and so must we. The travelers pushed through an abundance of supple willow trees, thick silvered eel wove, glinting through tall rushes, which blended the river's edge into its marshy banks. Luia drew a handful of the sweet water to her lips and gave thanks. They would settle here and name it Sandbank. Alrighty. Welcome to Going Medieval. Please bear in mind the game is under heavy development. This means that the game will have some bugs and unfinished systems. You can consult the almanac for help and tutorials. So obviously WASD, mouse wheel, arrows up and down, lots of world layers. You can build up pretty massively in this game. Obviously speed. Alrighty. Got some nice willow trees. That's a newer feature. Look at the water. I'm going to put on pause for a sec before we get ahead of ourselves. Wow, there's a lot of marsh on this land. It's going to be interesting to build. What is that? A boar. Oh, it looks weird from that angle. Oh, okay. There's a duck! Oh my god, I love ducks. I hope we can get... I wonder if the duck eggs are going to technically be different than regular chicken eggs. There's some deeper water. Oh, there's some fish. Oh, okay, here. Those are the fish. I was wondering what that was. Oh, they're just eels. Okay. So, we'll probably want to stay in this main chunk of land. We got some good clay. What else did I see over here? Oh yeah, some salt for preserving. All right. Ooh, some nice patch of mushrooms growing there. Okay. More eels. Okay. I wonder how well they can run across that marshy bit. I think they should be able to, because there's a ramp down to this marshier land. It generally means they can walk on it. Okay. So, first of all, I'm going to allow them to handle all their stuff. And then I'm going to allow them to pick up any of these mounds of clay and just other random things, maybe like branches, dirt, whatever's on here, so they can move it at some point. Okay. All right. This actually might be a decent defensive position. I'm assuming the marsh might have some sort of, yeah, shallow water. It might have some sort of speed impact. Okay, we'll cut down a tree to get some more wood and clear the area a little bit. Okay. I forgot we got a cat too. I'm gonna have them also harvest some of the nearby mushrooms just to get a little bit of a food reserve going. There's also some tutorial flax. I definitely want to grab that flax. Some berries and herbs. So let's do this for bid allow. Yep. I had allowed them to pick up their stuff. Getting a stockpile started is good because they know what they can actually use to craft with. I don't currently have anything crafted set yet, but we will get there in a second. There's more herbs right here. Okay, so now we'll make a stockpile so we can start building. Let's just put it right here. Allow all. Do priority high just so they can start moving everything. Oh, there's a little mouse. Sometimes the cats will get the little creatures, or is it a rat? Oh, water vole. Sometimes the cats will get like the different birds or rabbits nearby too. There's a construction tutorial. Your settlers will need somewhere to live. Start by placing some wooden walls from the base panel. Place sleeping spots. Yep, sleeping spots give them extra bonus. Or actually, they make them not unhappy. Pretty much keeps them at a neutral spot. Smaller structures like furniture, workstations, and decorations can be easily relocated. Yep. Structures that are removed will turn into a resource pile and can be stored in stockpiles or traded with the merchant. Yep. All right. So we should probably start by building a structure. They're going to want a place to sleep. And it's 10. I might just build into this hillside a little bit. So I'll have them mine out part of this. Now you go really quick because this is just dirt. Yeah. Was this tree here earlier? I don't think it was. Current growth phase 0%. Yeah, it was not there earlier. See, they already had moved all of their stuff onto that stockpile. Looks like I need to make it a little bit bigger. Just because they haven't put any of this wood on there yet. Yep, I haven't ordered them to do anything. Oh wait, that's not true because I ordered them to mine over here. But if you ever want people to do something, you can use any of these selections down here, or you can directly select on a person and tell them to prioritize harvesting mushrooms instead, or prioritize training the goat, roping the goat, to move the goat. It will affect their happiness level if they're doing something they like and you redirect them to do something else. In some other games, you wouldn't want to do that, especially if you were redirecting them to do something they disliked, but there isn't currently a dislike option, so that won't be a problem for us. So I might just want to use clay since we have a good amount of clay nearby. Take out a spot for a door and a couple windows. Clay window. And a door. See, now they're going and collecting those piles of clay that I allowed them to pick up. Before it gets too late, I'm going to need to build a campfire for them to be able to, cook with. And anything that you end up, like any structures you end up placing outside are going to be the first things that get attacked by raiders. Won't even come for the house. They will come straight for that campfire first. Okay, I'm gonna set this grass to get cut so we can make beds. So, hey, sleeping spot. You can cram these really nicely basically anywhere. And they don't need any like foot room. It makes their travel a little bit faster, but you could cram this whole space with beds and they would still be able to move throughout the room. I will probably put a floor on here. Yeah, okay. I was worried I wasn't going to have enough. Clearance for that to actually hold up, but okay, for now, gotta layer all the way down. So I'm gonna have Adger prioritize constructing the sleeping spot so those get made. Somebody's not great at construction. The cat's meowing. Sometimes it is a little difficult to prioritize, like cutting right on top of where this bed is. So you can't quite click on. Oh, maybe I can't hear. Nope. But I think they're not almost done with the roof. So I guess what we will do is cancel that and then prioritize cutting the mushrooms. And then there we go. So sometimes you have to do a little bit of a workaround, but sometimes it's a little tricky when you can't see that there's like mushrooms or grass growing in the way. Get production tutorial to start producing something. Select a workstation. Add a product from the product list. Set the number of products you want your settlers to make. Food production to until you have mode, so your settlers will continually produce if they have material up to the required number. It is really nice. I do use that pretty often. So what I will do is produce meals until you have. We probably want to leave it at 10 for now. We'll see if that ends up being enough. I don't want them to overproduce and then just have all the food go to waste. Let's look at their schedule. And you can modify what they do, whether it's work, sleep, just leave it up to them, anything, or leisure. I find they work a little bit better kind of just having it up to them. I like to at least give them 8 hours of sleep. And depending on how busy or how crazy we end up actually building, it's good to give them time at the beginning and the end of the day to actually do something for like in free time. And they're pretty good at actually working during the day. Some people it might not be true based on their traits, but for the most part I have found they do a pretty good job. Where the heck did she go? Oh, there she is. That seafood reserves and stockpile are low. Because the only food reserves we have on this stockpile are raw ingredients and 5 packaged meals. Which I find they definitely don't prefer having packaged meals. Ooh, they left that out. Oh, there's no more room on the stockpile for it to fit. So we will want to get, I like to mine a space out in the ground to get like a little cellar going. It helps just preserve the food a little bit when it's colder. So what I might do, what I also like doing, is digging space out where I'm already going to want to be digging for resources. Oh, I didn't notice there's some limestone over here. So like where this clay is might actually be a good spot to mine, since I'm going to want to get this clay anyway. Yes, it might be a good starting spot for a cellar, since I'm going to want the clay out of there anyway. You definitely want to be careful when selecting an area for them to mine in. They won't always start from the inside first, so they can easily get trapped, and somebody will either get stuck in a pit or with absolutely nothing around them. And then you have to have somebody come over and build like flooring or mining out from under them to try to get them out. Okay, so to keep our livestock wrangled, I think I'm going to set up pasture, or I guess a pen. So got this wicker fence. No, let's not put it there. So we can have it go. It's good if you build it a little bit bigger than you think you'd want it, because the more space they have, the more likely they are to reproduce, because they'll be a little bit happier. Everybody left the mining to help build that. And to add the corners, you can just change the variations. So now I got a nice corner there. It's just aesthetic, it's not gonna do anything If we don't do that, they're not going to be able to escape. It's just a nice little detail. I also don't want to forget the gates, which I do often. Like when I put up the wall and I had to take out the spots for the windows and the doors. Corner. Okay, and the gate. Wicker gate. And then I went back to mining because there's no more wicker. What we can do is make one of them cut down this tree. The game's upset that we don't have a research table yet, but I'm more concerned about getting a proper structure or settlement built than progressing much further in research. Research won't do us any good if we don't have things to keep us alive. Oh, more flax. Want that. Okay, so to make us a little more efficient, I don't want to manage for now because we don't really have any. Well, I guess we do have weapons. Edgar is a decent marksman, so he would be good with a bow. So, is anyone better at marksmanship? She's a 2, you're a 9. You're both good at melee. Okay, so Edgar's gonna have a bow, and he just hits the mark to have that bow, which is good. She's gonna have the short sword, and you're gonna have the spear. We do have another bow. Okay. They are equipping, and I think I'm gonna have you get the buckler as well, since the spear you can't have a shield because it's a two-handed spear. Same goes with the bow. So we'll do jobs. I don't want to go into the job tutorial thing because that's complicated. But the way I like to do it is you always want to make sure that when they're injured, they can go and heal themselves, which is convalesce. Patient, I haven't really played much with, but I'm going to treat it just like convalesce, where they're waiting for wound treatment. That's going to come first, and priority is left to right. So they're going to wait for treatment first. If somebody's a little bit injured, like Adgar here, we're going to make sure that tend is his highest priority. We can also put that for hers. Maybe don't want to give her priority for tending because she's not very good at it. And you can see when you hover over it that there's no skill set that goes with it. Like with tending, you can see he has medicine 16, but for convalescing, there's no skill because you can't have a healing skill. Urgent Hall. Let's see where everybody else's priorities are. So you probably want to give him a higher hunting priority and a high construction. But he's also really good at animal husbandry, which is going to be important. Is anyone else? They're both pretty decent at animal husbandry, so maybe we'll leave that at 3. But he's really good at it. But for now, we are going to want to prioritize things like mining and constructing. He's not good at botany, so I'm going to put that down at a 5, which also means his grow and harvest are going to be low. Crafting also isn't an actual skill, which neither, I don't know, smithing is now. My goodness. I'm just getting music blasting in my ears. I'm actually going to just lower the music volume. Okay. I don't really think that did anything. So, research. Oh, that's going to be rough. I didn't realize the only intellectual we had was 7. So, his I'm going to put 5. I don't really need to worry about art. 8, 5, 1. So, I'll just leave it at 3. Carpentry. That at 5. We'll take those 2 down to a 4 just because they're not as important. Sometimes I'll just leave Steward and Hall on like a mid-level, just so things actually get moved around and lights get switched off and on. So her marksmanship is really low. Construction's decent. Ooh, okay, so her number 1 priority is going to be growing things because her botany level is really good. And so is her cooking. I'll leave that down to 4. 4. Her smithing is 0. Carpentry. I don't really need to worry about art for now. Actually, I haven't gotten to play with the art skill at all because I haven't stayed with one group long enough. Construction, leave the 3, maybe take botany down. Her animal husbandry will stay mid. Cooking, I'll bump that up. Maybe her crafting will be up a little higher. Just so we get like butchering and stuff done faster. Carpentry's a 6. Okay. I'll bump that up. Our tailoring is decent too. Alright. And normally if I have somebody who doesn't have like great levels in these other skills, I will heavily assign them to stewarding and hauling. But since we only have 3 people, we don't have to worry too much about that right now. See, so as soon as she finished actually going through with her task, she automatically went and started doing what was higher priority. So once we get this pen fully built, we're going to go over and rope the goats into this pen so they will be secured. So we'll want the pen marker. And I like to make sure we get a stockpile that I'll eventually cover, but I'll clear everything, put it on very high priority to fodder. And you can even mess with like hit points, so like if the fodder goes bad, they'll remove it. But the hay doesn't actually go bad, but I think the animal feed might. So they make sure there's always food. See, there they go, roping the goats in the pen. Ooh, barley. We'll want that. Is she getting the other goat? Yep. Oh, look, there's already some goat's milk. I'm actually going to bump this down to medium. So now that I'm making other stockpiles, they're going to prioritize moving things away from this stockpile to newer ones. Oh, a fox. Oh, that water vole's dead. Speaking of dead animals, should probably get the butchering table so we can start hunting. Just leave it next to the campfire. I don't know what direction that's technically in, but harvest. We want them to get more of this hay for those goats as well. So Adger's construction's not great, so he failed making that butchering table. Oh, the camps. Well, and it's that time, so now they're gonna go sleep. Oh, the cat's all curled up inside. Alright. We're going to want these books to get inside because they're going to decompose fast being outside. So probably just make a stockpile. Clear. I'll do books. Very high priority for now. They'll also last better if they're on a flooring. It gives thermal insulation. Probably want them to collect these berries too. I'll probably start having them do a little bit of fishing. Bump up our food stock. Oh, we'll do eels too. Oh, it's raining. Hurry up and move those books out of the way. Oh, she's a late riser. So, yeah, they're upset because they're lacking entertainment. So I've not gotten them their little backgammon table. I should probably also move. I'm gonna have her move those books. Mood. Actually, I'll just take the books off of there so hopefully they get moved. Yeah, it doesn't like it when you try to have them individually move things that are already on a stockpile. See, look, Edgar's now in a good mood. His name is in green. He's got a little smiley face. Initial optimism, that's definitely. And see, job satisfaction. He's doing the jobs that he likes. He liked the meal that he ate. Slept in a shared modest quarters. But he's getting negative points for the rain and negative points because I don't have any shrines for them to worship at. She, look at her. Okay, cool. She finished her entertainment activity bar, so now she's going to go work. I like how the cat's staying inside. She's fishing. So what I like to do with the butchering table is just put it on forever. So anytime you get a carcass after hunting, it will just get moved immediately. Oh, I don't know what she's butchering, but maybe the fish? I have no idea. I think it has to be the fish. Sometimes you'll still see the deer on the actual butchering table if they like butcher a deer. Huh. If no raw meat, but that's vague. Oh, it was the waterfall. Oh, okay. Now we've got some waterfall pelt. Gosh, how close is that book to decomposing? 4 days now. It was like 12 earlier. Okay, guess we will get a research table built then. We still haven't moved any of that hay. Okay, there she goes. There, make sure the goats don't go hungry. Alright, so we've unlocked the research tab now. So for our first thing, we'll probably want to get agriculture so we can start planting. Yeah, agriculture first. So we'll want 10 books. We actually have, technically, or no, we have to do architecture first. This is going to give us the wooden beam, and we'll just unlock agriculture now too. And we'll probably want furniture so we can store the books in a proper space. And then we will go from there. So with furniture, we want 15 books. So I'll set this to make 15. Settlers are idle. They have nothing to do now. What? Oh, yep. Look at that. They dug out that whole spot. So down here probably won't give us that big of a difference. Like cellar coolness wise. Oops. So probably have them start digging another layer. So we can get that middle bit taken out there. Surprised this fox is still here. Oh, cat's eating the eels. Nice. Okay, they're up. They probably didn't like that they don't have, see their religious activity 0. Yep, deprived. -8. And the uncomfortable bed. Oh, finally moving the books. Go mining some more. She's studying. Okay, so what do we have? We have flax. We do have cabbage seeds, herbs. So I guess I will plant some cabbage patches. It's 3 by 3. I know it's not the right size, but oh, that's right. You need a higher botany skill to plant the herbs. Okay, so I guess I will up the food supply. Oh, flax, that's what that was. Thought that was the herbs. Whoa. Oh, there's a merchant. We'll want flax, because that's gonna help us get clothes later. Where's he at? Oh, he's coming. Yeah, look, he's walking real slow. He's a little bit faster, okay. Where is... Interesting, he's choosing to walk on the land to get over here instead of just through the marsh. We're collecting all that clay. Junket. Oh, okay, we did. I was gonna say, wow, we haven't even broken that last line yet. We did. Okay. I'm just doing this slow to prevent them from getting too trapped. Edgar's idle. I'm surprised that he doesn't want to do mining. You know, I'm gonna make them those shrines. Prevent them from getting too upset with me. What are you missing? Oh, just wood. Let's... This tree is dead, so it will just decompose on its own. So we might as well just chop it down before we lose that resource completely. This one's dead too. Is that a wolf? Yep. Wait, what? Oh, it's a domestic. Okay, I'm gonna have Edgar see what this guy has. Oh, okay, yep. So, he has 7 gold coins. So, this side is things we can get from him, so acquire from him, and this side's things we can sell to him. He has carrot seeds. Might want just a couple of those. Might just take all of them, actually. Oh, he also has beet seeds. He's got barley, so you can sell him the goat, but that won't really help us that much right now. He has some ale. Oh, he's got apple saplings. Gonna want that. We could buy the extra flax he has, or sell the herb seeds we have. We can acquire his junket, but sell the water bowl. Pelt. He's got a stick trap. We could buy his wolf from him. Which would actually probably be helpful because it's already domesticated. They're not the easiest animals to domesticate. What are we going to sell him? I might just sell him. So we need 530 to break even. I might sell him some of the herbs that we have since we can't really do much with them now. And if I were to sell him some extra stuff too, Like, oh, we have bread. Then you get more points with their alliance. So with Edvin, we were going to get some positive points with their kingdom, I guess. Are you sure you would like to finalize? Yes. You didn't get many points because if you get like a significant amount, it will like announce that you have points in that kingdom's favor. And he'll hang out here for a couple days. Actually, I think just for a day. Some of them will hang out longer than others. I'm gonna turn the speed up a little. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's a lot of flax. Or was that barley? It was flax, okay. And then I will place down the fields for the carrots and the beets that we got. The beets, dang, beets are level 20. Yeah, those beets are gonna go to waste now. I could probably sell them back to him. And I don't see them. What the heck? That's interesting. I don't see the, oh, because they're not on stockpile. That's why. They're just sitting over here, so they're not coming up. But now their happiness is going to go back up because we don't have a -8 anymore. I don't know why comfortable is a -2. You'd think it would just be 0. No change. No positive, no negative. But I don't know. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a raid yet. Maybe we're not prestigious enough to raid quite yet. Yeah, you can equip different weapons or armor, different clothes. A lot of times you have to equip different clothes between summer and winter clothes. Or if you get a new settler and they have ugly clothes, then it really takes down their mood buff. Yeah, traps are really nice. Sometimes I'll make mazes and put the traps in them. But that was before they had it, so the settlers themselves couldn't get hit by their own traps. Now I think they do. Debating on whether or not I want to like make like a moat around this little island and just try to get us self-sufficient on here. It won't prevent anyone from being able to break in, destroy any of our stuff. I thought that was our cat for a second. There she is. Phoebe. She's gonna move before I can click on her. Her health is good and she's not hungry. A good evade chance. Unarmed, I would imagine if she was armed. He's collecting some sticks on their wood from the dead tree they chopped. Wonder if they can't. Is there not a way up here? I guess not. So we could build a little ladder. Why are you still asleep? Maybe her sleep wasn't full all the way, but that's weird because in this schedule, she used her extra leisure time to sleep in. That's funny. This is in 19 hours. I need to readjust. So I might adjust the scale for her and make it so she prioritizes cooking. How many books do we have now? Oh, we only have 13. Yeah, food reserves low. Look at that. Oh, we're also gonna need food. So they will put waste on the stockpile. I don't want them to. I just realized there's more clay over here. So what I like to do is get a waste stockpile, which is somewhere else, preferably a little far away. But we could just put it over here. Or I could put it over here. There has to be a ramp somewhere because that guy got down earlier when he was walking up here. Oh, yeah, there it is. I wonder if I can actually put it in. I can. Okay. So then I might just put it over here. Just in the marsh. Waste stockpile. Clear all high. Actually, let's put very high. Waste. Bones, rotten meat, vegetable rot, ash. Yep. Oh, he's leaving. Where's the wolf going? A different way? Oh, okay, there's a ramp right there. I was like, where's he going? Like, he was just completely leaving in the opposite direction. I haven't finished mining that out yet. The food reserves are still low. Can mark these. Ooh, I want to make sure that apple tree gets planted. Because that's nice to have for cider later. Oh. Oh, we could do that should be next. So we'll do furniture for now, and then we'll do fermenting. See, these books are never going to decompose now because they're on a insulated surface in a protected room. So let's do, the wall bookshelf holds 3 books and the bookshelf holds 4. I'll just do a bookshelf on each side. And then I'll mark this stockpile. Oops. Come on, there you go. Too low. And now I have a weapons rack. So then the weapons won't take up space in the stockpile. And some new chairs. Oh, we're really short on the wood. Oh, where's the temperature map? There it is. It's a little cool. Oh. So eventually, we're going to want this in a space where they're not going to be walking through, because it is taking out their aesthetic value, just knocking it really far down. It's interesting that they like, oh, I think it's just the shrubs. They like the shrubs. You probably don't like the aesthetic. Ah, butcher table isn't that bad. The fox adds aesthetic value. Wow, the marsh adds value. I'm surprised the marsh doesn't degrade the value. It's funny how they also change the value. So eventually, we'll try to get them at least a better shared room. We might not do, sometimes I'll do individual rooms because they will get like a slightly better bonus. But as long as we get them good beds and more high aesthetic stuff in there, they'll get a better buff. So we'll eventually upgrade to a kitchen. And one of the other things I'll do kind of early on is the Great Hall, which is basically just a spot for them to eat that's decorated really well. And it gives them a happiness bonus. I think it's like a 5. Yeah, I think it is like a +5 bonus. Yeah, so we'll make a little cellar to store the food, which will get rid of some of this. And then we'll work on making a great hall. I think that is it for now. Oh, is the stew already in the... Oh, I have no idea where the stew was. It just completely decomposed. Okay. Well, it was day one. Well, not day one, but first playthrough of Going Medieval. Hope you enjoyed and you'll come see me next time.